So the MP for Ningo Prampram, his name is Sam George. Yes, Sam George had an interview on CNN with Larry Madowo. And the interview was in English. Why am I even saying this? Why am I even saying this? The interview was in English. Yes. And Peace FM online, Peace FM 4, you know that English there, it is not your field. You want to come and say something. Sam George has thrown it to Peace FM. And in fact, Sam George is a legend. In fact, clap for him. Oh, clap for him, clap for him. Bah. Bah. Sam George is a legend, and I'll tell you why. And now he has thrown it for Peace FM. I'm the Headless YouTuber, and I have food just for you. This is Headless Reactions. Yanko! Sam George is known to be somebody who stands his ground. He is very notorious when it comes to pushing his own agenda and trying to, prove his point. Yes, some months ago, Sam George had a friend is saying, he and the whole Twitter were fighting. This is the video I made about it. He gave it to Kwejo Sheldon. He gave it to Sister Debbie, Bruni Bikranyabi. And it's all because of the the anti-LGBT bill that is going to be passed. And it's in Parliament now. And it is Sam George who has introduced that bill to Parliament. Yes, this is the video I made about it. You can go and watch this. And then, yes, just to know what happened and have a general idea of who Sam George is. Afi, this is the issue. So Sam George spoke to Larry Madowo. Larry is, he works with CNN. And the interview was very intense. I mean, I watched the interview and I was like, yo, this is a very intense interview. Because to be on a platform like CNN, no, and the way when Larry gives it to Sam George has a defense for it. And it was going back and forth to the point where it looked like the interviewer was now kind of getting irritated. Watch just a few clips of the interview, how the interview went. Watch this video.
Honorable George, are you just a hateful person who does not want people who are different from you to have a life in Ghana?
That is a defeatist approach to ask me a question, a defeatist line of questioning.
What would you do, sir, if your son or daughter was gay?
Well, thankfully, I have 2 sons and a daughter, and none of them is gay.
So after the interview, it is a normal thing for the host of the show to try to promote the show. So Larry posted on his official Twitter page, he just posted a snippet of the interview. And this is what he wrote, the caption. He said, this is one of the most continuous interviews I have ever done on live TV. I asked a Ghanaian MP pushing an anti-LGBT bill why he wants to legalize hate and homophobia. In quote, only 7% of Ghanaians are tolerant of homosexuality. MP Sam George told me on One World CNN. This is what he tweeted, and he added the link, the video. Just to, let people know what is going on. Those who don't have CNN and those who don't watch CNN, no. Somebody like me. So, he posted again another tweet. This one, he said in quote, stop trying to import American values into Ghana. I am not an American, I am an African. I'm from Kenya. Part 2 of my tense exchange on CNN with Ghanaian MP Sam George on his anti-LGBTQ family values draft law. And he posted the interview over there. And this is even where I also got to know that there was an interview going on. And I watched the interview. And actually what Larry wrote, is just a quote from the interview. Because it got to some point of the interview, Sam George was telling Larry that he should stop importing, they shouldn't import American values into Ghana and try to force Ghanaians to accept LGBT. And then Larry was telling Sam George, said, no, he is not an American. He is a Kenyan. So this is how Sam George has been trending the whole day. Since yesterday, Sam George has been trending. Then Peace FM 104.3. Won't to meet. Yeah, I am Peace FM. Peace FM, everybody knows that Peace FM is a Chi station, a Chi dominant station. Peace FM is a station that they are the ones who popularized Chi radio in Ghana, I think, yes. And they are the ones who, they are the market leaders when it comes to Tree Radio in Ghana. PeaceFMOnline.com, their Twitter page came to write. They published an article, and this is what they wrote. LGBTQ. A CNN reporter bashes Sam George after interviewing him. Oh, they are all bashing over him. A CNN reporter bashes Sam George after interviewing him. And if you go and check the article, no, they were referring to the tweets. These tweets. The tweets that Larry posted while he was promoting the interview on Twitter. No? Where is the bashing in these tweets? Where is the bashing? And this CNN, Peace FM4 have gone to write, and if you watch it, it's like Larry was bashing him, mama. Then Sam George came to tweet. This is where the Oja is. Sam George tweeted, "Dear Peace FM Online, the interview was conducted in English. You should have gotten a professional interpreter to help you understand the interview. Cheers." Oja. Hey, Sam George. So all Sam George is trying to say is, the interview was in English. We know you, Peace FM. What the Inka Peace FM, the Inka CNN asem fa me. What is your concern with an interview on CNN? More Peace FM, no, you have to go to a Nyungpurugu, go and do a Sawam. That is what Peace FM is known for. Now, all the CNN for home bang. So Sam George was telling them that the interview was conducted in English. Go and see a professional interpreter. Let him interpret it for you, so that you know that truly Larry was not bashing him. And this is how Sam George has thrown it to Peace FM. And now Sam George is trending. Peace FM is trending. Larry is trending. Kenya is trending because Larry is from Kenya. Hey, Sam George. And the way he's standing firm on this anti-LGBTQ bill, no? It's like, anyway, so this is what is happening on Twitter. Oja, go and watch this video if you don't know anything about what Sam George did a few months ago. This video, yes, Sam George versus Kwadwo Sheldon, Sister Debbie, and the LGBTQ community. Go and watch it. It's on my channel right now. Go and watch it. I know. Yeah, pong.